Good evening. In this session, we'll be discussing a special management technique called empathy mapping. So we'll discuss this especially in connection with sales and insurance. Many of the sales insurance people, they have undergone a training. Usually in a typical insurance sales training, what is taught is how to do the prospecting and how to give a product presentation. For that purpose, I understand that product knowledge is very important, and it's important how to give a presentation. And in this session, what I presume is the person who will be adopting this technique, he has a thorough knowledge of prospecting and product presentation. So are you ready? Now, once you apply that technique or get ready for the technique, you need to have your prospect list ready. So you need to have a list where you have the name and address of the person who you are going to meet in that particular day. And of course, you would be knowing what product to present as per the requirement of the client. Now let us come to this technique. Empathy mapping is not necessarily for insurance. This is a technique which you can use every sphere of life when you meet a person, be it a product launch or be it an interview you are preparing for, provided you know the person you are going to meet. Now let's see how the technique works. To apply this technique, what you require is a flip chart or maybe a board, a pen, or you need to draw a picture here. You need not be an artist. Only what you need to do is, give a rough sketch of the person. And to do that, you need to know how the person is. Here, let us assume this person is a management professional whose age, let us say, is around 35 years. Now, since a person is a management professional, to give it a better look, what I do is, I put collars and a necktie. Since a person is of the age of 35, presumably he will be having some more hairs on his head. So, let me put some more hair. So, this is your prospect. Now, what you need to do is, what the technique is all about is, you need to put in the shoes, or rather in the head of that person. You need to see, you need to feel, you need to understand his thought process, so that you can understand the person better and you can give a solution to his problem in his way, not in your way. Now, let us divide this technique into 4 parts, in 4 quadrants. So this is the quadrant where you need to understand what the person hears. This is the quadrant where you need to find out what the person says to the people around. This is the quadrant where you need to find what the person thinks. And this is the quadrant where you need to find out what the person feels. Now, how to do it? If you know the person, or if you have visited the person once before you are going to meet now, so then maybe from the work ambience, who are the people he meet, what are the things he prefer. Here I forgot one thing. Along with this, a very important factor is, along with hears, what the person sees. Sorry, I forgot this point. Now, if you have met the person before, you will have an idea who are the people he meets in day-to-day life, what is the conversation he takes part. Supposing you don't know the person, or you know the person but you haven't met the person, in that case, what you need to do is, you need to do a little bit of groundwork, that is browsing in social sites. Most of this, management professionals and others, they will be having their presence either in LinkedIn or in Facebook. I suggest to start with Facebook, because here you would be knowing, because LinkedIn, this profile is more or less a professional profile. You might not know like what his preference is. Better browse Facebook. Try to see in his wall what are the things which have been posted. That is likely to be what are the things he hears in day-to-day life. And what he sees, starting from the morning, from the time he gets up, what are the different things he sees, So how are his kids, of what age? Then in the office, what are the kind of people he encounters? What is the kind of dress attire he is into? So what is the kind of attire people wear when they want to meet the person? So accordingly, you need to check out like what should be your dress code. If the person prefers to be comfortable in a formal dress code, so your dress code should be like that, or it's the other way around. Now, what he says is very important. Whether he's a avid listener or he wants to speak more is very important. Accordingly, you need to chalk out your presentation strategy. Whether you should be devoting more time in listening or your presentation should be a monologue like that. It's a little bit difficult to find out, but if you just go through the website, like Facebook, as I earlier mentioned, so it's not that difficult to find out. Now, what a person thinks and feels is very important. What is his aspiration level? From there, you can find out what his problem point is. What he needs. Is the person is an investment savvy person? Supposing he's so, your presentation needs to be different. Now, from these quadrants, what you need to find out how the person behaves, how the person reacts, and you need to do the same thing while giving the presentation. In a presentation for sales, it's very important, so don't try to sell your product. Better try to give a solution to the problem the person is having. Let us suppose you have gone for an interview. It works in a similar way. Supposing you just put forward your strengths and what you are good at, that don't do much of a good. You need to find out what his problem point is, what he is looking for in the candidate, and if you can give a solution to that, definitely your chance of getting selected is much higher. So this is all about empathy thinking, empathy mapping. So I have got one spreadsheet which I have given in my personal blog, that is www.joydeepbanerjee.com. You can download that empathy mapping. That will make the thing a little bit easier. So that is more structured, where you are having all 4 quadrants. And it is hardly going to take 15 minutes, and believe me, it's a worth exercise doing. I have seen many of the successful salespeople, they do it not that structurally, but they have got the habit of doing without doing it this way. But supposing you have not been that successful as a salesperson, what I suggest is you try to do the empathy mapping in a systematic way, and I can give you a guarantee like your chance of probability of success is going to be at least doubled in your days to come. So friends, if you have got any question, you can always ask me or post in my personal blog that I have already told you, www.joydeepbanerjee.com, and any comments on this is most welcome. So friends, this is Joydeep Banerjee, so I'm signing off.